Hi friend, this is Pastor Lucas Pina, and this is our snack for the journey. And we are in a wonderful journey, a journey through the promises of God. And I'd like to invite you to take this journey with us every day from Monday through Friday. I share with you a promise made by God Himself through His Word, the Bible, to His people, for you and for me. So it's a great journey. And also I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to our channel and to share this video with your friends and family and help us to bless other people. Today we're going to start another part of this journey, and we're talking about promises, the promises of God. And now we're going to talk about promises about forgiveness. It's very important. So the next videos we're going to talk about forgiveness, the promises that God made about forgiveness. And we need that, don't we? So let's take a look at the first promise for today. It's a very important one. It's the one that explains all the others. It's right in Ephesians chapter 1, verse 7. In Him, this talking about Jesus. If you read the verses before, the 2-3 verses before, you're going to see that Paul here is talking about Jesus. It said, in Him, in Jesus, we have redemption through His blood, the forgiveness of sins, in accordance with the riches of God's grace. This is the whole thing. This is what we need to do. We live in a world, we live in a time that I don't know about, everybody, like it or not, everybody have that feeling of guilty, right? We think that we're not good enough. Sometimes we think that we did something wrong and we don't know how to fix it. We think that we do not deserve anything from God, and He's going to punish us, and we deserve whatever it comes, and all that kind of thing. That's kind of feel. It's a terrible one, and sometimes it's a real one. It's real. And this is what this promise comes into place. Because here we learn the good news of the gospel is that in Christ Jesus we have redemption. What that mean? It means that we were bought. We were redeemed. Not because we had money enough, holiness enough, goodness enough to pay back God. We cannot. It's because of His blood, the blood of Christ. The forgiveness of sins, yes. The redemption is forgiveness. If we're going to have a relationship with God, if we're going to live with God, we need to be forgiven. We cannot do anything to achieve that because we're sinners. And then Paul writes there, in accordance with the riches of God's grace. It is by grace. So forgiveness, it's available to you and to me. It's a beautiful promise. It's the promise that we will be forgiven. We are forgiven because of Christ. We are redeemed because of what He did for us by His blood. It's through His blood. It's through His sacrifice. So it's a wonderful promise that we need to hear. We need to appropriate and to understand and to believe that we are forgiven. Forgiveness is available to us because of what Jesus did for us. That's great news, isn't it? And this is our snack for today. God bless you.